As chair of the subcommittee, over and over again, I'm confronted with new evidence that big tech has failed in regulating itself. When we had Mark Zuckerberg here, I kind of did a review of all the apologies that we've had from him over the years, and I'm concerned that Facebook's latest effort to address misinformation on the platforms leaves a lot out. I want to begin with some questions of you, Ms. Biggert. So the deepfakes policy only covers video, as I understand it, that have been manipulated using artificial intelligence or deep learning. Is that correct?
Thank you, Chairwoman Schakowsky. The policy that we announced yesterday is confined to the definition that we set forth about artificial intelligence being used in a video to make it appear that somebody is saying
Okay, so I only have 5 minutes. So the video, for example, of Speaker Pelosi was edited to make her look like she was drunk, wouldn't have been taken down under the new policy. Is that right? Yes or no?
It would not fall under that policy, but it would still be subject to our other policies that address misinformation.
And as I read the deepfakes policy, it only covers video where a person is made to appear like they said words that they didn't actually say. But it doesn't cover videos where just the image is altered. Is that true?
Chairwoman Schakowsky, that is correct about that policy. We do have a broader approach to misinformation that would put a label. We would actually obscure the image and put a screen over it that says false information and directs people to information from fact checkers.
So, Ms. Biggert, I really don't understand why Facebook should treat fake audio differently from fake images. Both can be highly misleading and result in significant harm to individuals and undermine democratic institutions. Dr. Donovan, in your testimony, you noted that, quote, cheap fakes, unquote, are more prevalent than deep fakes. Do you see any reason to treat deep fakes and cheat fakes differently? Microphone.
Of course, as if I'm not loud enough. One of the things that is cheap fakes leverage is what's sort of great about social media is that it makes things clippier or smaller. And so I understand the need for separate policies, but also the cheap fakes issue has not been enforced, not just speaking more broadly about social media platforms in general. There's completely uneven enforcement. So you can still find that piece of misinformation within the wrong context in multiple places. And so the policy on deepfakes is both narrow, and I understand why, but also one thing that we should understand is presently there is no consistent detection mechanism for even finding deepfakes at this point. And so I'd be interested to know more about how they are going to seek out either on upload, not just Facebook, but
I'm going to have to cut you off this point because I do want to ask Mr. Harris. Given the prevalence of deceptive content online, are platforms doing enough to stop the dissemination of misinformation? And what can government do to prevent such manipulation of consumers? Should government be seeking to clarify the principle that if it's illegal offline, then it's illegal online?
Yes, a good example of that. So first is, no, the platforms are not doing enough, and it's because their entire business model is misaligned with solving the problem. And I don't vilify the people because of that. It's just their business model is against the issue. We used to have Saturday morning cartoons. We protected children from certain kinds of advertising, time, place, manner restrictions. When YouTube gobbles up that part of the attention economy, we lose all those protections. So why not bring back the protections of Saturday morning? used to have fair price, equal price election ads on TV, the same price for each politician to reach someone. When Facebook gobbles up election advertising, we just removed all of those same protections. So we're basically moving from a lawful society to an unlawful virtual internet society. And that's what we have to change.
Thank you. I yield back.